Oh, it's welcome back. The folk from the Maritime Association have gone, and I'm joined in studio now by Patricia Nevines. Nevines, correct pronunciation?
Nevins.
Nevins is Patricia and Anne Eastwood of the Talnotry Avian Care Trust.
Yes,
Have I got it right?
You have?
That's the difficult part over.
Well, I was very friendly at one time with the Vice Principal of Stranmiller's Training College.
Oh, yes.
So whenever I moved to the cottage in Crumlin, which was just known as the cottage, we decided to call it Talnotry Cottage. So I said to her, could she find out what the meaning of Talnotry was?
And do tell.
I thought it was a Gaelic word.
Yes.
And because my late husband and I had a lovely holiday in a place called Talnotry in Scotland.
Yes.
She came and she said, oh, Patricia, I don't think I should tell you what it means.
Oh.
And I said, oh, go on, tell me. She said it means land of dung.
Land of dung. Oh, goodness great.
And I said, well, we're up to our elbows in every day of the week.
It was prophetic.
Of course.
Of course it was. Now, you have creatures with you here from the sanctuary,
yes,
from the Care Trust. What we've got, this here is a fox cub.
Yes.
And what's the fox cub's name?
Cookie.
Cookie, and we'll not even attempt to take him out. No.
Do you think not?
I think, what do you think?
Well, we could see whether or not he would come out. We
can try it.
We have a little harness on him.
Is a harness? Okay.
Yes,
now we're going to take this round. And what do I do? Just turn him facing you?
Yeah.
There he's coming round, Anne.
Yeah, we'll try that.
You have.
Yes, we might.
We're in the capable hands of Anne here, Anne Eastwood, who's going to take him out for us.
Lead there.
This other one.
Have you got his lead?
So
He's
he's
got
nice
his lead
and quiet.
on.
He's got his lead on, yes.
Oh, yeah. So we're very, very carefully
no,
doing
I
this.
didn't-
Which side
this
are you
way.
doing? That
Now,
side,
how
yes.
is he?
Hello, Cookie.
Hello, Cookie.
sweetheart.
Hello,
Good
Cookie.
boy.
Come on.
Hello,
Can't you
Cookie.
come on. Good boy. Come on.
Cookie was dropped
Come on,
down
good boy.
a
Come on.
drain in
Come on,
Cookstown
come on.
Dropped
when he
down
was
the drain.
only about
Come on, boy.
a few weeks old.
Come on.
Oh,
And,
my goodness.
that's why he's called Cookie,
He was dropped
from
down the drain.
Cookstown.
Cookstown.
Yes.
Hello, Cookie.
Yes, Cookie.
I'll put this down here for the
So
moment.
there he is.
There he is. Look at him.
There's Cookie.
Hello, Cookie. And what's his temperament? What's he like?
A wild fox.
He's wild.
Yes.
And what is a wild? There's no such thing as a fox having been with you for how long now?
About 6 weeks.
Six
Yeah,
weeks.
something like that,
Probably
yes.
about 6
Has
weeks.
some of the wildness gone out of him, Patricia?
Yes, he's all right with certain people.
Yeah.
He wasn't
He-
all right with Joe, my husband.
No.
He's really
Yeah.
scratched.
No.
Yeah.
Um,
Hello, Cookie.
but-
Will he come down just here and you're
Yes,
holding
I'm
the...
sure he will. Won't
Just
he?
put him standing on the table. See what he does.
you
Hello,
gotta
Cookie.
hold his
Hold his lead. Hold his lead.
Yes, I'll hold his lead.
Hold his lead. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Cookie.
There you go. Good boy.
Hello, Cookie.
There's a good boy.
Can I hold his lead, please?
You can.
Hello, Cookie.
Can.
Hello, Cookie. It's
There we go.
okay.
There we go.
Hello,
Good boy.
Cookie. How are you, Cookie?
There
Hello.
you go.
How are you, Cookie? How are you?
Good.
Isn't he lovely?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Cookie. And someone dropped
have-
him down
Yes, dropped him down a drain.
a drain.
And they managed to get him out of the drain, but he bit the people getting him out.
Oh,
and
for goodness sake.
then he bit the girl who brought him to me.
Yeah.
And then I had a young fellow who came in, and I said to him, we'd like to put a harness on him,
Yes.
and you could take him for a walk.
Yes.
Now this chappie is diabetic,
Yeah.
but is a Jekyll and Hyde character.
Ah.
And when he came in, we put a harness on him.
Hello, Cookie.
And he picked him up, and I said, "Oh, don't he'll bite you." "Not at all," he said. And from that day to this, he never bit that boy. Never.
Yes. Hello, Cookie.
And
How
there's
are
another
you?
young fellow that takes him for walks, and he doesn't bite
Hello,
him either.
Cookie. How are you? Hello,
But
Cookie.
he's not very sure about the rest of us, isn't that right,
Hello.
Anne?
Oh, yes, sometimes, yes.
Hello, Cookie. How
No,
are
he's been
you?
very good.
How are you? Now, how old is this fellow?
Probably about 3 months.
About 3 months.
3 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you do if you let go of him? I hold him.
Uh,
Try just for a
Try.
moment. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Cookie. Hello, big Cookie. Hello. So he's about 3 months old.
Yes.
And where does he live now with you?
And
He's got his
he
own.
has. We
his
have
own pen.
a sort of pen
Pen.
that he
Yeah.
lives in,
Yeah.
and then I get whichever youngster are here to take him out.
Hello,
I
Cookie.
see he's got-
Hello. You got him now?
I've got
And I'll get you the cage back for him,
Right,
shall I?
That's great.
He's
Thank
got one.
you.
do
He's got
that.
one leg in the wrong place,
I
Anne.
know,
Ah,
I know,
yes.
we'll just keep him like
Yeah.
that.
He
for
just
now.
sits now. Will I open this down for you?
Here, just this way.
Here we are.
there
We have him there. Now, Cookie.
Good boy.
In you
boy.
go.
Good
Good
boy.
boy, Cookie.
Go on.
Hey, that's Cookie in.
Yes.
That's
In you
nearly
go,
out.
sweetheart.
Oh, nearly
Go on,
out.
good boy.
You got him. So,
Yes,
Patricia,
that's it.
the trust, the history of it, why are you doing it? Why do you?
It's right there.
Why have you created
We,
this avian trust?
Well, when I moved out to Crumlin,
Yeah?
first of all, the cottage, well, my family have lived in Crumlin since 1861.
Wow.
Good idea.
Although I don't remember that time.
No, indeed.
Not quite. Not quite.
Not
What have we
right.
got here?
And
It's been decade.
so in
Ach, look. Is he Muscovy or what is he?
yes.
Is he Muscovy?
No, I think he's
Is he Mallard? No.
Mallard.
He's a Mallard,
He's
yeah.
a Mallard.
Yeah.
Just
There you go.
a baby
That's it.
mallard.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Hello, baby
he
mallard.
was found literally on his own. We don't know what happened to the rest of the family.
Oh, you survived. You're a mallard who survived, aren't you? Hello, little fellow. How are you? He's not very old.
No,
No.
no, no.
No, he's
Now,
very
when did you
tiny.
get him?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. And where did you get him?
Somebody brought him out to us.
Yes.
They'd found him on the road,
On the road.
and because he was literally on his own and there was nobody else there,
Yeah.
they picked him up and phoned me and they brought him
And
out.
they brought him out. He's going to survive. He looks healthy. His eyes are
And he's-
clear.
Yes, and he's great.
He's coming
great
back
fun.
in
He's
again.
great
There you
fun.
go. You're doing very well.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll put it down.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 other young babies with us.
And these are
These are baby starlings.
starlings. Goodness gracious.
We think they're so,
Sounds starling-like.
yes.
I remember picking a tiny, tiny wren off the road
Oh, they're very
that had flown down into the flight path of my car, if you like.
Yes,
And he had gone under the car.
yes.
Ah, that looks like a starling, doesn't it? Hello there, you want fed. That's
Yeah.
what you're at. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, wee man.
Could you
Yep.
produce the food?
Yeah, have we got some food for
Oh, we
him?
have food for 'em.
Hello,
It'll
starling.
be over there.
Hello, starling.
it's
How
in-
are you?
It's in the wee yellow.
Look at
it's
'em.
It's in there.
Watch the others don't fly out, my
No,
love.
they can't. They can't.
No, they
can't.
can't.
No,
fly.
they
It's
they
too
regard
small.
that as their nest at the moment.
Yes.
And they haven't yet fledged.
No,
Not it?
no, nowhere near fledging.
No, they're happy to stay there.
No. Can we use some of the food from in here? Can we
No.
use some of that food?
Yeah, just leave that there. Hello, wee starling fellow.
Can you
How
see that
are you?
Food.
You're dedicated to this, Patricia, aren't you? Totally.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a friend who passed away, John Donnelly. He was a great man for the creatures of
Yes.
nature and looked after them
Yes.
always. So, John, this is for you this morning, as we would say. Now, we'll put you back in with your mates and let you stay there. And you can be fed later.
That's
There you
right,
go.
Okay.
Yep.
And the
There we
other
are.
baby we brought
Yeah,
is
darling.
Yep.
the other baby we brought is a baby hedgehog.
Ah, my little Molly, my granddaughter has just got a hedgehog in her garden.
Has she?
Yeah, they're very important too, aren't they?
Oh yes. Oh, that's not the hedgehog.
Oh, that's
the duckling.
You
Oh,
put
that's
him
the
down
duckling.
there.
Here
Was
we
this
are.
a
Down
hedgehog?
there.
He.
That's it.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
there he is.
There
Tiny
he is.
little fellow.
There he is. Yeah.
Ach, look. Hello, Mr. Hedgehog. How are you? Ach, look. He's so beautiful.
Five of them brought in, but one of
Five
them,
brought in.
one died.
He's absolutely lovely. Ach, look.
Isn't
look.
it cute?
But the young fellow who's so good with them, he has taken them home, except for this one. He's taken the others home to look
Yeah.
after them.
Oh, yes. Why wouldn't I? Oh, little hedgehog, how are you? You're very spiky, aren't you?
Well,
the
that's how he
hedgehog.
protects himself.
He is,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you've nothing to
Yeah.
protect yourself from me about.
No.
Nothing at all, because I'm okay. I'm not going to hurt you.
Do you want to say about the gala ball?
Now, we'll put you back into Mummy's hands. There you are,
Yeah.
darling. Got him?
Yes.
There you are. There you are. You've got him.
Right.
So, how long has the trust been going now?
The trust itself has actually only been going since 1996 as
a while.
a charitable trust.
Yes.
But my late husband and I started it all in 1978. We
You had a vision
well, don't
to get
I
things
don't
done.
know quite. It was quite like that. My father passed the cottage that we have it in
Yes.
to me in 1964, because I was the only member of the family at the time not married.
Yes.
And then he gave me a choice of 2 different places, and I chose the one we're in now because it was nearest to Crumlin, and I thought in my old age I'd be able to walk up to the village.
Yes, yes.
However, whenever I chose it, he said to me, well, you do know that your grandmother bought the cottage for her cook and groom, who were husband and wife. Now, the groom had died, but the cook was still alive, and they have the use of it for their lifetime.
Yes, yes.
Do you know she lived until 1977? I owned it from 1964 until then, and I couldn't even go and see it.
Oh my goodness. But eventually
Eventually
it
then,
came to you.
she died, and her daughter said that she would like to keep it on.
Yes.
But my solicitor said, under no circumstances, you must not take a penny from her, or you'll never get it.
Wow.
You have to take her to court.
Yes.
And have her thrown out. So the housing executive were brilliant, and they knew that she wanted a flat quite near, and they said, that's all right.
They sorted it.
You take her to court, and we'll have the flat waiting for her.
Ah, that's so. This was then you were in, and then the animals came.
Yes, and that was 1977.
Yeah.
By that time, I was engaged to be married, and got married on the 23rd of December. And then in...
Had you always loved creatures?
Well, I'd always had a dog, but I wouldn't... Well, I suppose I had loved the creatures, but I didn't have any at that stage. But in 78, we were asked if we would take in some fancy pigeons.
Yes.
And I also had started taking in quail of different species. But in Lisburn once a month, the pheasants, not the pheasants, the pigeons. They had a show,
Yes.
and you took along your pigeons, and people got won prizes, for
Yes.
this and that. And I discovered that on the night of the show, when I got home, I felt as if I was getting the flu.
Oh.
So I thought I had a thing called silicosis. But
From the pigeons.
yes, from the pigeons, but all the stuff came back, the test came back
Okay.
so I didn't have silicosis. So the next thing that happened was I happened to be in the hospital or something, and the consultant said straight away, you have bird fancier's lung.
Oh gosh.
And bird fancier's lung, there is no cure for it. But even if I didn't work with the birds, and you did, and you came in to see me, that would affect me.
Oh, gosh.
So I thought, well, if I'm
Yeah.
going to be affected that easily, I might as well carry on.
See, you've done this with bird fancier's lung.
I've done it with bird fancier's lung since 1978.
Why do you, these are cute, they're lovely, all of that. Do you have a sense of their need? Do you have a sense
Oh,
of
yes.
their dependence?
Oh yes, quite definitely. We will take in everything from swans to sparrows and mammals up to the size of fox. We can't take in anything bigger because we don't have the space for
Yeah.
it. But we have now a centre that is all pens all round, and during the day, anybody who's not going to eat somebody else is allowed out.
But you mustn't eat anybody else.
No, you mustn't eat anybody else, or you're not allowed out.
We could apply that rule to human beings as well, couldn't we? And we'd have a better society, maybe.
Well, see, this was the other thing that we found that very early on, that there is an organisation who used to be known as the DOE, and they have announced that certain species are pest species.
Oh.
Now, grey squirrels have always been considered pest species.
Yes.
But they have added to this rooks, crows, magpies, starlings, all, and they mustn't be returned to the wild under any circumstances. They must be put down. And
So it's not
I
just badger
say-
culls we need to be worried
no,
about.
I say, but who gave man the right to say who's a pest and who's not a pest?
Absolutely. We are perhaps, if we look at the planet, the greatest pests of all, as
Yes.
human bebeings.
Yes.
You know, if you think
I
about it.
shouldn't say that, but when I first fell and broke my wrist, I had to get somebody to come and help me, and one of my staff came and brought her mother to get me off the ground. I couldn't get up off the floor. and the ambulance came to take us to Antrim Hospital, and we got in the ambulance, and I said, oh, to the ambulance driver, I said, oh, do you want me to bring my oxygen cylinder because I'm supposed to be on 24-hour oxygen? And he said, no, there's no need, we have oxygen here. You sit down there and I'll blindly plug me into the oxygen. And he was writing up stuff on a sheet of paper with the bed in front of us.
Yes.
That I would normally probably be lying on. And he said to me at one point, are you allergic to anything?
Yes.
And without thinking, I said, men. so he went,
Yeah.
and but then I told him various other stories about work I had done with children who were, in my day they were called education subnormal, but nowadays they're called something different.
Yes. And what was your work with the children?
With the children, well, first of all I was matron at Belmont School in Londonderry.
Yes.
And we had the girls were resident, but boys came in to come to different classes. But when we were there, and we came to a meal time, one member of staff sat at a table with 5 girls. And I was sitting at this table one day with the 5 girls, and one girl was orderly for the day. And the girl who was orderly for the day was 10 years old, and her measurements were 36, 38, 40 for a 10-year-old.
Very, very large.
Very large.
Child, yes.
Yes. So her job was to put down our bowls of soup, and then when we'd had our soup, she cleared them away and brought the main course, and then she cleared that away, and then she brought the sweet.
Yes.
And then she put that away. And then the last thing she'd do was to get a damp cloth and wipe the table.
Yes.
And there she was wiping the table, and this is when I first learnt you had to be awfully careful and precise what you said. Because there she was wiping the table, and I said, just do the bit under Rachel's nose. Up came the cloth, and she wiped Rachel's nose.
Ah, yeah.
So I never said that again.
So possibly that child might have been Asperger's, or what is the other thing called?
Yes.
There's also the very special children who are very precise.
Yes.
And she was
the other interesting thing was that the girl Rachel when she came to us every Saturday night, her mother rang, and because Rachel never spoke when she first came.
Yes.
Never spoke. And every Saturday night her mother would phone and say, has she spoken yet? And I'd have to say, no. Sorry, she hasn't. Next Saturday, has she spoken yet? No. And I thought, there's definitely some sort of thing that's making her, if she speaks at home, why doesn't she speak here?
Yes.
So I must get her the spell broken. So the following Saturday, she said, has she spoken yet? And I said, hold on a minute, please. And I grabbed Rachel, put her in the office, and shut the office door. I said, your mother's on the phone. And I shot upstairs to my bedroom where I had an extension. And I picked up the extension, and there was Rachel speaking to her mother. Absolutely no intonation at all, just absolutely dead, let Pam speak. But the spell was broken.
Yes.
And from that day she could speak.
She would speak.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've come then, the years pass by and you come to the animals.
Yeah. Well, then there was one other lovely story about it. I wasn't involved, the vice principal was. But this is also to do with Belmont School. And she was teaching the children how to boil cabbage by the conservative method.
Oh, the conservative method.
Yes, whereby you put a cupful of water in a saucepan with a tight-fitting lid, you bring the water to the boil, and then you put the cabbage in.
Yes.
She decided she better, before she let them put the cabbage in, she better just check that the water was boiling in each saucepan.
Oh, yes.
So she went round the saucepans, and in 4 of the saucepans was the cup full of water.
She just put the cup in with the water in it.
So it depends how you say it, whether it's a cup full or a cup full.
A cup, I understand. Now, we want to know how people can help you, because people are watching all over the world, and they may wish to make contact with you.
Well,
what's the best way of doing that?
We would love them to do that. We, obviously, we will take money in any form.
Yes.
We have a special account which the Ramada
Donations.
Plaza set up for us. Julie Fitzsimons, who has been very, very helpful to us in the past, she organised that we would have a gala evening.
Oh, when is that coming?
That's over,
Over.
unfortunately. We
30th
had it
of
on the
May.
30th of May.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
But it was a great evening and raised for TACT, raised
Goodness
£5,273.
gracious. That'll go some way with your creatures.
Yes, we need actually 1,500 a week.
15, yeah.
To
yeah,
keep-
to keep
sorry, to
everything
keep- to
right.
keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so have you a website where people can get you?
We have. It's
You knew it.
well,
Well, it'll be TACT Wildlife.
well, there is TACT. There's
TACT Wildlife.
www.tactwildlifecentre.co.uk.
And what's that again? Give it to us again. www.
TACT
TACT
Wildlife.
Wildlife.
TACT.
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 Yes.
Wildlife
Centre
Centre
At
at.
is it BT Internet? No, is it?
well, they BT
So
Internet, but you
it'll
get
be
it
on-
if you just do a
it'll be on
Google
there,
on
isn't it?
TACT.
TACT.
Yeah.
If we Google TACT Wildlife
Yeah.
Centre.
Yes,
yes.
So it's a Google of TACT, TACT Wildlife Centre,
Yes.
and it'll
You
come
get
up.
from there.
And we
Yes.
need 1,500 a week
We need
to
1,500 a week.
keep the thing
And
moving.
volunteers.
And volunteers as well. And
yes.
again, volunteers. It'd be wonderful to be able to go down there. And obviously, you're a volunteer, Anne.
Yes.
Well, yes, I am, but I'm also Patricia's friend and driver.
Isn't that lovely? And you were roped in to come down today,
Well, see, I
willingly
can't,
so.
I can't drive.
Oh, bless you. You've broken your wrist.
I've fractured my wrist. Yes.
Yeah, but why haven't you got a cast on it?
Well, because it's so long ago, they've only just told me to take it off.
Ah,
Well, they
yes,
took off
yeah.
the cast, and then they gave me another wee thing that I had to put on during the day,
Mm.
and take off at night, and then only earlier this week they said I
Yeah.
didn't need to take it on at all, but I have to be careful.
Of course,
because
of course, of
can't
course,
drive.
of course.
Still
Yeah.
can't drive.
And the other thing to say to you, I see, it's very hard to get you away from creatures. You have the most beautiful dragonfly brooch.
Yes,
Is that a dragonfly?
there's a dragonfly.
It's sparkling and it's green and blue and
Yes.
shimmering
That-
silver.
That was given to me just over a year ago, whenever it was my birthday was coming up.
Wow.
And we have in Crumlin, we have a senior citizens tea dance,
Yes.
and it's usually held on the last Sunday of the month.
Yes.
And the last Sunday of my birthday is actually 24th of March, but my
She was 80.
Hmm?
She was 80 on the 24th
80?
of March.
yes,
You're
this
doing
year.
well.
This year, but last year I said on the last Sunday of February is the next tea dance on the last Sunday of March. And Trevor Cushley, who runs the tea dance for us, said, no, it's not. It's on the 24th of March. And I said, oh dear, that's he says, what? I said, that's my birthday.
Ah.
And he said, oh, is it? Oh, right. That's okay. So when it came to that particular day, I went down to the tea dance, and I'm always late from everything. Anyway, when I come in, Trevor walks in with a cake with candles all on it
Yes.
and all lit.
Yes.
And he says, I'm not going to tell you what age this person is, but she's 30 years older than me, and I'm 48. And my cousin said to me, you're 49.
Ah, yes, yes,
So
yes.
anyway, he came over and he gave me the dragonfly,
Yes.
and and a card, and he had, before I'd got there, he said everybody in the room
Sign the card.
was
See, people
great.
love you,
Well,
and they know what you do
and
with the
also-
creatures.
they also know me in Crumlin as the Badger Lady,
The badger lady.
because I had a fabulous badger at one time who was just gorgeous.
Well, you make life worth living. You brighten our day. You're so good at what you're doing, and these creatures need you, and you're
Well, I
looking
think
after
so. I
them.
think so, yes.
So we'll tell the people again. You find the trust. You find the whole operation there up in Crumlin itself, and it's the Talnotry Avian Care Trust.
Yes.
Talnotry.
Yes.
And Patricia is there, Anne is there, Anne Eastwood, Patricia Nevin's there, Anne Eastwood there, and they want your help. They want your help with volunteering, your time. They want you to do that. They also want you to try and help them with some money. And you can check it out and find out how to get the money to them by going on to TACT,
Yes.
T-A-C-T, and it's TACT Wildlife Centre.
Yes.
Yeah.
TACT Wildlife Centre. Google it and you find the folk.
Yes.
You will.
Thank you for coming in.
They will do just TACT.
Yeah, and you'll get it. I'm very grateful to you. You've graced our studio this morning. You've gone out all over the world, and you'll be going out again at 10:30, so it'll go out twice. And you can access the programme by simply going on to Googling Destination Newry.
Right.
And
Fine, thank you.
Andrew will send you the link to your email address if you can give him the right email address.
Right,
that's
Or
fine.
send it to me, my email address, if I got one. My email is there, okay? My email is on this here. So if you
Okay.
send your email to me, we will keep promoting you.
Yes.
That's
and we will
lovely.
tell people about you.
Thank
Thank
you. Very
you.
much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
That's
you.
lovely.
Now,
Thank you.
we're going to say farewell to people now because we have run our course with the programme. It's been a joy having all our guests with us today, as it always is. My name is Rowan Hand, and I have the pleasure of being host through from 7:30 in the morning until 10:30. And it's the 10:30 hour that we have now reached. I wish you well, and I remind you always what our friends across the Great River in West Africa will tell you. When you have done your best and can do no more, when you've done everything you can do, but you still feel, I wish it had been better, chill, don't worry, they will tell you. Happiest people in the world, my African people. They will tell you, just simply lay your head in your hand and leave the rest to God. That's the recommendation. I don't think we disagree with that, guys.
No,
We'll go
that's
with
true.
that. Go well, be happy, have a wonderful day.